Hi, I'm Brett, and this is our next stage of our updates, giving you some vital information on fitting the largest range of the Sprintex supercharger kit on the Toyota 86 and the Subaru BRZ. And one thing that I really want to point out is, now that we've got this engine running with this larger supercharger, which we'll touch on a little bit more details in a minute, and I encourage you to look at our previous videos where we showed you the parts dismantled and how to look after them properly. This kit, developed here in Australia by Tom at Bullet Superchargers on the Gold Coast, brings me a lot of memories back over 2 years ago when I first saw his R&D kit at Sydney Superlap on his R&D Toyota 86, and since then we've had a fantastic partnership of growing the market, doing custom tunes with the EcuteK software, and now the next stage of upgrades with this big blower. But one thing I want to show you first, which is some of the vital things that you need to consider when you're fitting these kits from a tool point of view. EcuteK do a really good belt aligning tool, which has got a little laser pointer like that, and you can see here what it does. It scribes a line. But what you can do is you put this, and when you push it down, it'll sit in the grooves of the pulley and align it up with a matching groove on there. So prior to fitting this belt, our technicians put this on the actual pulley, sat it in the groove, made sure that it then lines up with the other pulleys on here, because every now and then you might need to give the supercharger a little bit of a tweak here or there, or just move it a little bit, because when you're giving it a big rev, this belt's critical to make sure that it's perfectly aligned, so from a long-term point of view the belt doesn't wear out. So that's just one little, that's part number 93874. It's made by EcuteK. So I'll talk about that now. The great part is you can now see how it's all fitted. It's a pretty tight squeeze. I'll get my cameraman to come in close. You can see the back of the entry from the throttle body with the electronic control into the back of the supercharger now against the firewall. Certainly wouldn't be able to make it too much larger than that. We've finished topping up the oil for the oil capacity in the front of the supercharger here, and this is the little dipstick that our technicians are now put in place. That's the sight tube that we were talking about. I'll get my cameraman to come down a little bit closer. You can just see down there. About 156 millilitres goes in there, which is the red line oil recommended by Sprintex and Bullet. The guys are just finishing off bleeding the coolant for the charge cooler on the front of the engine, because this part here is critical for making sure that the inlet charge coming out of the supercharger is cooled before it goes into the engine. Now that this is up and running and idling, what we've got to do is put it back on our dyno and do a custom tune with the factory ECU tuning software using the EcuteK, and we're also going to use the Race Rom upgrade, which gives us advanced features to adjust more settings in the ECU than was originally designed by Toyota and Subaru. And then we know we're going to get a fantastic result, because this being a fully built engine that we built for this owner about 6 months ago, we've got the reliability of the internal components of the engine. So there you have it, the Sprintex larger supercharger option. Get your hands on one as they become available throughout the world. Sprintex are starting to put these kits together, and I'm sure they'll become quite popular. But remember, you only fit them on an engine that's fully built. Don't fit it on a standard engine, or consider it as an upgrade down the track with the original kit. Hopefully that's given you a bit more info. We'll get some more pictures of this car and the dyno run shortly when the car's on our hub dyno later on today. But for now, I'm Brett Middleton. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Make a comment here on our channel. And I hope this has helped you a little bit more learning about your Toyota 86 or Subaru BRZ. Bye for now.